Okay, we're gonna go over tempo here real quick, a super important aspect of training that's a lot of time overlooked. So tempo is gonna dictate at what speed we're gonna perform a lift, okay? It's gonna be represented by a squiggly line and then 4 numbers coming after it. Each of the numbers is gonna represent how many seconds each part of the lift should last, okay? So we're gonna do an example based on a tempo of 2-1-x-1. I'll explain and break down that means now. The first number is going to be the lowering phase of the eccentric phase of the lift, and that's how long in seconds it's going to take to lower the weight down. Next number, the second number, is going to be how many seconds you're going to pause at the bottom. That could be a 1, that could be a 0. In this case, it's a 1, so you're going to pause for 1 second at the bottom. Third number is going to be how quickly you're going to lift. In this scenario, we're going to be using an X. An X is going to describe as explosively as possible. So that's an explosive lift as hard as you can. And then the last number is going to be how many seconds you're going to pause at the top of the lift, okay? In this case, it's going to be a 1. So 2-1-x-1 is going to look like 2 seconds down, 1 second pause at the bottom, lift as explosively as possible, and then hold for 1 second at the top before the next rep starts, all right? If you're going to do this in terms of a lift, we'll simulate a bench press, pretend that I'm lying back here, right? Starting in the top position, lowering down for 2, pausing for 1, lifting as explosively as possible, and holding for 1 at the top, all right? 1, 2, 1, explode, 1, and start the next rep, okay? And you can apply that to any lift, like a squat, a deadlift. Just keep in mind some movements, like a squat, are gonna start at the top, and some movements, like a lat pull down, are gonna start with the concentric, the pulling down part first. So you just keep that in mind when you have that specific tempo written. All right, if you have any questions, just write them below and I'll get right back to you about them. All right, we can go right on to the next part.